In this video, I want to talk about people that run out of hot water. So if you find yourself in a position when you're running out of hot water, let's say you get into the shower and maybe like 5 minutes later, you're out of hot water already, or it's just lukewarm, it gets diluted fast. So you either have one of two problems. One, something's wrong with your water heater, or two, something is actually wrong with your shower valve. So the first thing I usually ask people is, how about the hot water in your other faucets? Let's say in your kitchen, in your laundry sink. Does that stay hot for a while, or are you having a problem with that too? Most likely, if all the faucets in your house, including the showers, are having this problem, then probably you're having a problem with the water heater. But if it's just the shower that's having this problem, then chances are you're actually experiencing a leaking mixing valve instead. And what that is, you know how you have a hot side and a cold side? A lot of showers now have mixing valves where both of them go into the one valve instead of two separate valves, you know, the hot and the cold. It's just the one. And what happens is, with time, there's corrosion that builds up inside of the valve, and it doesn't seal off the cold side all the way, so there's cold water that leaks by. And the thing about that is, it can be kind of tricky because the water that leaks by, city pressure is about 60 psi in most cities. So if there's water leaking by, it can affect the rest of your faucets as well because it's backfeeding the cold water through everything. Whenever you're running your hot water and it starts to run out on you, let's say it's already lukewarm, cold, go down to your hot water heater and find the hot pipe. It'll be either with a red collar like this, or it'll say hot on the water heater itself. There's a hot and a cold side. Take the hot side and grab it. I mean, my water heater right now is not even on, and I can't hold that thing for even 5 seconds. I hold it for maybe 3, 4, ouch, and I have to let it go because it's really hot. So if you're running your hot water, this pipe will be really hot most of the time. If it's really hot, yet you're out of hot water in your shower, that means your problem is actually that mixing valve inside, or the shower valve inside your shower. It is not the water heater. Now, if you're out of hot water in a couple minutes, and you come down here and you touch this and it's also lukewarm or cold, what happens sometimes is on the cold supply, which is this line right here, right where it enters into the water heater, you have a dip tube that begins. It's a long plastic tube that goes into the water heater, and that goes down all the way to the bottom of the water heater to bring down the cold water to the bottom of the water heater first. And what happens is, sometimes that dip tube will break off, maybe like in the midpoint, or if it breaks off at the top, that's even worse. And the cold water, instead of going all the way down first, it will circulate right from the cold supply right back into the hot. That way you only have like 2 inches of hot water that you use up really quick in a shower, and then the cold water just starts circulating right back into the hot, diluting it, and that's where you get your lukewarm water from. So if that is the case, then you will have to replace the dip tube inside of your water heater. The job is not too horribly complicated. If you're handy, you should be able to do it. Just YouTube how to replace dip tube on a water heater. You might have to cut some pipe though, so there is a little bit of plumbing involved. But don't forget that your problem might actually be that shower valve, the mixing valve with the cold and hot where they come together. You might have to replace that instead, which also requires some plumbing. But once again, an easy way to check if that's the case or not, once you run out of the hot water in a couple minutes, you come down here and you grab this hot water pipe. If you can hold this pipe for more than 10 seconds, that means your problem is likely the dip tube. If you can't hold it very long because it's super hot, then chances are your problem is actually the mixing valve in your shower. And that is all I had on why people run out of hot water. If you still have questions after this and they didn't quite understand what I was talking about, please ask me in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to mash that like button. Thank you so much for watching once again, and have a wonderful day.